Digital blessing, high tech, they rise, no stressing. Money boy on the beat. I see numbers on my screen. Green candles make me lean. My people, them they win. High tech, they flow like stream. Enough we go down. Now only young we know. All my people gather round. Make we show them how we grow. High tech, na juju money. Juju money. Price they rise infinitely. My God, dash us this blessing. This blessings. Digital money no go rest, oh. No rest. Sharp pattern they confirm. Every trader they affirm. All time high no be ceiling. Market makers them they feeling. My brother check the stats. Numbers climbing like that.
Alright guys, allow me to quickly confirm the sound is working fine. Give me just a second. Alright, everything is working fine, so we can start. So my name is Hightech, I'm the creator of Hightech Meme Coin. And on these live streams I talk about what is happening today in the cryptocurrency market, what I think about it, and I also comment on high tech, what it is and why. Who knows, maybe you should be interested. So yeah, allow me to quickly check if I have it all organized here. Sorry guys for a small break from live streams. I think it has been 2 days. You must forgive me, I was just way too busy. Okay, I think we can switch. So let's go with the flow then. Yeah, I've been working on my AI agents, running my accounts. Here is one, for example. Here is second, and we got this one red-handed. This one is called Gerald, the Moon Chaser. He keeps shilling high tech for us, for all of those that hodl high tech. And yeah, I'm trying to make it better and better. Yeah, I keep improving those agents more and more, so they work for high tech here, of course. Right now as a marketing team, but soon it's going to take a wider aspect. So yeah, so that's why I wasn't, I wasn't laying on the couch. I wasn't digging my nose or anything like that. I was just doing some really serious work. And here, as you see on Bitcoin chart, I received entry signal on 15-minute candle. Later, shortly after I got it, we get a little bit of a pullback. Not that big though. It was just slightly over 1%. But as of today, as you can see right now on the screen, this entry is resulting in a profit, very tiny small profit. And yeah, should we expect anything more from it? I strongly believe the answer is yes. I think, and of course I'm repeating myself because why not? Because there's never enough of repeating yourself when you say the right thing. And here, of course, in my opinion, I'm saying the right thing. We are going higher until fourth quarter this year. I think we should not be afraid. And so far so good. So far what I've been preaching for months by now, because I started at the beginning of second quarter that you should not be fearful. That you should be, of course there will be volatility, but you should be buying up the dips. When we go over to others chart, as you see, we continue we continue with this recovery here. Today is first red daily for the first time in 5 days. Actually, yeah, four prior days were green. Today looks like maybe we are going to get a red one. That's possible. That's possible, although I think because we still have quite a few hours to go, so probably in the last couple of hours today, because it's Sunday, if TradFi trades on Monday, and I think they do trade on Monday, allow me to check it. Yes, they do trade on Monday. So yeah, in the last hours, probably highly likely we will see a pump for the for a proper close of this daily candle here on Bitcoin, and of course on altcoins, on other chart. I think it will get enough of a revision to close it green. Even though if it stays like this, I think it still maintains the bullish outlook. Why? Because when we switched over to smaller time frames, and here I put this as you see, sloping trend line, which is just having a downward inclination here. But what it tells us is that maybe, just maybe, we are having a retest here of this trend line, right? And to be honest, when I put it first time, I didn't know how it was going to play out on smaller time frames. I didn't know. It wasn't with intent of actually making it look like this. I just tried to put it the right way on the weekly. I think on the daily. No, on the daily, I think. Yeah, on the daily. And it just turned out to look like this on 15 minutes, right? So it makes a lot of sense. It definitely makes a lot of sense to look like this. And maybe we will not fall back below it anymore. We'll just go straight up from here. I think it's a fair point to have that assumption. Definitely do not bet big on it behaving like that, because this is a very volatile market, and very well we could see that decline below, and then a takeoff from lower levels. But so far it looks legit, to be honest. It looks legitimate that it is that retest we technically need. With the technically speaking needs, so we can go higher. If we get this daily red on this chart, that's fine. It will reset a little bit, reset things a little bit, reset indicators a little bit, and will give us slightly more room to get another series of green daily candles, like it was just prior to today, right? 4 consecutive green candles on the daily. Quite a nice move, quite an aggressive move. So if, for example, we repeat something like this starting on Monday, then we probably will approach that $335 billion level, and then we'll see what happens there. In my opinion, we'll finally go higher, and we will finally make a real attempt to break this local high here. And at the end of the day, we will probably make a new all-time high on others chart, because we haven't done so, right? So far we came close, but we fell short. This one, as you see, I think here it's easy to tell that this peak here was slightly higher than this one. Nonetheless, when we look at this overall chart, it's looking on the weekly, it's looking like fire. It's looking really good, to be honest, because definitely it's very easy to tell that it's leaning towards the upside, and that is literally what we want to see. We want to see the wind blowing north, and I honestly, in my mind, when I look at it, it's fairly obvious. It's exactly what's happening, right? It is blowing north because this all of this market structure is leaning towards the upside. So that's very good. And of course, this weekly candle helps a lot. It's fairly easy to spot here that we have higher highs and higher lows so far. Two higher highs and two lower lows for now. So that's a very good start with something much greater than what we have seen so far. And I think it's a correct thing to expect that it will happen. It will happen. When we switch over to Bitcoin dominance, I think this one has the best pronunciation out of all of the charts. I also like how it behaves under that 60.60 level, which is the level I was talking about for quite a while because of, I mean, the market forced me to do so, because as you see from here, we got this rebound and it lasted much longer than I expected. At the beginning, I thought we were up just about to lay down on this rest on this level, and then fall off it, and it wasn't anything like that. As you see, as you know by now, we had a very strong bounce from here. At some point it looked like this thing really wants to get back up to its highs, but yeah, I was telling you, don't count on that, right? Don't bet on that, because it's highly improbable it will happen, and you should be right now, you should be bearish on this chart. Of course, not every single expectation, your bearish expectation, will fulfill here, but overall it will be, I mean, being bearish after this collapse here will pay much better than being bullish, meaning that you should bet big on alts. And yeah, I really like how it behaves right now once we pierce this level, because again, when we switch over to 15-minute, it looks like we are having rejections here. We were trying to get back above it, reconquer it, but we got smacked in the mouth, and so far we are sitting below. I hope and expect it will finalize like this. I mean, I'm talking about the daily, of course, and the weekly, because it's Sunday today, right? Yeah, it's Sunday. So it's also a very important day because we are closing the weekly today. So yeah, I almost have forgotten. It's Sunday. So yeah, the weekly, they look good. They look good because, first of all, we are having lower high and lower low against the prior candle. Very important. So we are having it on Bitcoin dominance. On Bitcoin probably is the other way around, which it should. Okay, we have higher low. We have not received higher high, but we have higher low, so that's good for the time being, and it will be probably somewhat similar to the Bitcoin chart on others chart. Yeah, exactly. So we have not got yet so far, of course, higher high, but we've got higher low, so that's good. So that's really good. That's good considering the overall market structure, right? Like I said, higher highs, higher lows. That's what we want to see, and that's what we are getting. On Bitcoin, arguably, I think we are having exactly the same. Yeah, on the weekly, definitely, because now we can treat this one as a higher high, this one as a higher low, this one as a higher high, and this one as a higher low. So in the big picture, we are getting we are getting what we need to be getting, right? So here another higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Actually, this one. So we maintain it, right? We maintain this structure, although we are tightening. We are slowly having them tighter and tighter, meaning that yeah, we will see some challenges, of course, on the Bitcoin chart sometime in the future, but I'll repeat myself once again. I think until November probably we will not see huge corrections, to be honest. It's going to work like that. Like this, no, like that, yeah. So that will be a falling wedge, of course, which is a bearish formation, but given the circumstances, given where profitability is for the big players, I don't think it's a good idea to trade it, to be honest, unless it maintains this look somehow somewhat similar when we already arrive to November. When we are already in November and there is a point, let's say there is a possibility of drawing a rising wedge here still. So of course some additional shapes here. Then in my opinion it's okay. It's okay to try to make your exits, to withdraw partially from the market. Never fully, because I still could be wrong. I mean, the correction in November at the end of the day can turn out to be a minor one. It doesn't have to be very powerful. I think it will be powerful, but I'm not almighty. I'm not. Let's say I do not know everything, right? I do not know the future. I think the future doesn't even know itself, to be honest. I think everything is decided on the fly, and it's up to us. It's up to us what we will do with it. And indeed, therefore, we do have a free will, and nothing is written in stone. So yeah. Let me take a look at how S&P is doing today, and we are going to see it through DEX Screener and SPYX. SPYX, and SPYX is, for those that do not know it, it's tokenized SPY, which reflects S&P, but this one trades 24 hours, so that's the difference. So thanks to this one, you can see what's the sentiment in the traditional market throughout weekends, because they close on Fridays, they reopen on Monday, and until we see that pre-market price popping up on TradingView, we don't really know how they are trying to trade it. And here we can know it without help of TradingView, right? So that's why this one is absolutely amazing. So yeah, Saturday was green, Sunday, as you see, also slightly green. So we keep pushing higher, right? But yesterday I was expecting we are going to get a record high daily close, and apparently we didn't. But today I think it's literally set in stone that we will. So Monday should be even more bullish. That's perfect. Last week maybe wasn't the best. I mean, the one prior to that wasn't the best. This one was much better, and it started on Thursday, exactly as I pointed out that recently Thursdays are those days you should be having a very close look at. And it was literally like that. On Thursday we already received the message where this market wants to go, that it wants to move up. The week prior to that it was the other way around. On Thursday we received the message that it wants to go down. I still gave it benefit of a doubt. I thought we will still go up, but the power of Thursday was just too much. I remind you that Jim Cramer said August is going to be a bad month, so he blessed us, because whatever that guy says, the opposite happens. So so yeah, you should not be bearish. Definitely should not be bearish, in my humble opinion. I'm going to quickly take a look at live chat here. How it's going. Yeah. Share, like, and subscribe, guys, if you haven't done so, definitely. And consider allocating something into high tech, even if it's a very, very small amount. I think it's still worth it. Why? Because first of all, you become a member of the club. If you subscribe to this channel, I think it makes sense to have here, I don't know, $1, $2, $3 allocated. This is a very early stage of this project, only like 57 investors so far, and it still managed to go up to $307 at some point, almost, I think, yeah, or above. Where is high? Yeah, 307, above. And so yeah, imagine what will happen here if we count hodlers in thousands, right? That will be a whole different story. So now there's only 56 or 57. You have your opportunity to get in early. The link to this liquidity pool you will find in the description section of this live stream, of course, if you watch it on YouTube or on Rumble. Other than that, just copy the mint address, which you will find it on in my bio on my X profile, and paste it into, of course, the search field of whatever Solana DEX you use, because this is a Solana meme coin, so it will work just fine. I really like what I'm seeing here. Finally. Finally, we are getting what we deserve. I also like a lot how the weekly on USDT looks. I mean, it still could push a little bit lower. This chart, of course, we want it to look bad, possibly as bad as it can get. But the daily looks very good. That looks very good. Another lower low, another lower high. Very good. Nothing to complain about. Totally. Yeah. Let's take a look at liquidation levels. Ethereum very decent. Bitcoin not that much. Ethereum keeps pushing, keeps pushing up. And I, of course, do not mind it because I have a position in Ethereum now. Plus 10%. Here was the entry. So yeah, why not? Let's take a crypto bubbles then. Let's take a look at crypto bubbles. A little bit of red. I mean, yesterday was much better, of course. Today there is a little bit of red. I regret I did not trade GMX. I have no idea what that is, but if I had traded it, it would have given me a double. I can see it here, as you see. Take profit. Here was the entry. Here my algorithm dictated the entry. Here would be a take profit at plus 100%. So yeah, not the happiest, but it happens. Even though I trade over 230, around 250 coins on Binance, it still happens to me that from time to time a coin that I do not trade will pump and it will just keep me. It will just go around me. And this one is LDO plus 39% in profit. So and this one I do trade. So I have this position exactly in this shape. So it wipes my tears at least a little bit. Juve, which I have no idea what that is, and I do not trade it, and it's performing well. And again, if I had traded it, I would also have been in a very nice profit, plus 51% so far. So too bad, too bad. But this coming week, I think, will be full of performance like this handful of coins we can see here. So that's why I'm not I'm not turning apart my shirt here. I will keep it because I'm highly convinced next week will be a good one, and I advise the same to you. All right, let's take a look at my X maybe. On my X profile, let's see what is happening here. Bitcoin archive. Just in Bitcoin treasury companies now hold 1.85 million Bitcoin worth 219 billion. That's quite a lot, eh? Supply is drying up fast. Yeah, for now, because the market is doing well. I mean, how long? For how long we have been rising on Bitcoin? Like quite a few years by now. 3 years? Let me see. When we count it from here, okay, let's count it from the very bottom up until today. 994 days, right? We keep rising. That's a very nice run up. So that's like 730 is 2 years, and then yeah, 3 years. 3 years. So that's something. That's definitely something. 3 years without 3 months, let's say. So almost, almost 3 years. So that is why they're highly convinced this is a good stable investment, but at some point it will turn around, and we will have a very strong correction, lasting probably on average the corrections they last around a year. If we count it from here to here, yeah, as you see, around a year. So yeah, from the peak, usually it's good to wait for a year until we reach the lowest point here as well. You see, almost to a day, and then we can start allocating into this market again. But bear markets also deliver quite a lot of opportunities on altcoins. Oftentimes, many of them pump very hard after Bitcoin already peaked. So yeah, that's why I will keep trading it, right, with my systems. Even when I realize, okay, that's it, that was the top. Now we are just about to start a bear market. I will still keep trading it because I want to catch those pumps, and my systems are damn good at it. As I'm showing you guys here, every once in a while, whenever a very very big pump occurs, if I trade that coin, Like 99 times out of 100, I'm in that trade, right? I'm in that trade, so that that should explain everything. 30-day results from the Chroma team. What the hell is Chroma team? 469 calls, 48% WR. Not effing bad. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Okay, let's keep it. Beacon Thanos. Apparently, you don't have to know everything. Spot long short win rate. Sorry guys, I forgot to turn off. I totally forgot to turn off the Telegram. When I started to receive private messages, that's not cool. Good it wasn't a woman, eh? Good it was a guy. Crypto Goose, breaking. Galaxy Digital is buying millions worth of Ethereum. Yeah, that's what they report. Um, but you know, I mean, at some point they were buying Bitcoin and later they dumped it, so same will happen with Ethereum. Heisenberg, market caps. This fundraise is one to watch. Oh, this one trades. He trades stocks. Yeah, so not mine, not my pair of shoes. Exactly. CoinVote. Just in Bitcoin claims 119,000. Yeah, 18,530 so far, depending on what exchange you look at it. Yeah, but we went above 119. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We will go higher. I think it's safe to assume Bitcoin will reach 150K this year. I'll be very surprised if we don't reach 150K, to be honest. I think because it's very close. I mean, for how crypto is volatile, 150K is like literally the vicinity of current levels. Tyler, you are going to make so much money over the next 6 months, you won't know what to do with it. That's true, but it will be tricky. That's true, but it will be tricky because we definitely are going to get that. We will get that huge correction in November. I'm 99% sure a huge shakeout will happen then. And it will get people so confused because it will be deep. It will be deep and scary. Simply Bitcoin. Inflation is healthy, said no consumer ever. Yeah, inflation is not healthy. Bitcoin is ripping. 125,000 is happening today. Yeah, it's possible. It's very close. It's very close. Why not? Satoshi Flipper. ETH has ETF staking, 401ks, stablecoins, plus the SEC's project crypto incoming, where all of traditional finance is moved on chain, and the ETH BTC pair is pushing against 4-year old resistance right now. We've literally been dreaming about this scenario for years. I think he's talking about things that have not happened yet. I'm not sure if staking on it on ETF, sorry, on yeah, Ethereum ETFs is already allowed. I don't think it's is allowed yet. Let me confirm it. Stablecoins, yes, but they are not used that much on Ethereum because of how expensive Ethereum is. And SEC's project crypto, I think they will mainly make it on other chains like Binance Chain, Solana, Base, because they are much cheaper and faster. The post highlights Ethereum gaining traction with new financial products like ETF, Nana. Okay, stablecoin growth, and that's it. Project Crypto initiative to shift traditional finance on chain. A development supported by recent US policy shifts under the Trump administration. reversing Biden era crypto restrictions in retirement plans. Um, 1 second. Are those information confirmed? Here I'm mostly referring to staking on Ethereum. I'm not sure if Grok understands me. Let's break it down. It's going to be a longer talk here. Partially confirmed. Okay, so it's partially. Analysis. Ethereum spot ETFs were approved in the US in July, with issuers like BlackRock and Fidelity launching products. However, as of the latest updates, staking within these ETFs remains a regulatory gray area. The SEC has not yet explicitly approved staking for ETF issuers due to concerns over securities classification, liquidity risk, and potential market manipulation. Yeah, that's what I said. What I was saying, right? 401ks claim status. This one is confirmed. That one I knew, and this one is confirmed. So yeah, the only one which is the strongest catalyst for Ethereum's growth, is ETF staking, and this one, as you see, is still in the woods. It's not out of the woods yet. So yeah, that's why you must be very careful whenever you read something like this. On X, people throw claims left and right. Thankfully to Grok, with AI, it's so easy to get things right. Literally with like 20 additional seconds of your time, and sometimes it can be literally life saving 20 seconds. So yeah, guys, allow me to wrap it up right here. I don't want to make it too long. My opinion is that we are going to see really nice things until November. Of course, with a little bit of volatility here and there, we will get red days. It's not going to be all green. A day after another. It's never like that. But overall, I think until November is buy the deep opportunity, one big buy the deep opportunity, and the closer we get to November, I think at the beginning of November you can easily take some profits off the table, especially your initial investment. You should be taking off the table, and then. Even if we have a let's say huge corrections, in the worst case scenario, we will squash your profits a little bit, and that's it. But you will still remain in profit. So yeah. So thank you guys for your time, and I see you sometime soon. Cheers.